Germany's Chancellor has confirmed that the EU could approve Britain's request for a short extension to Brexit. Angela Merkel told German lawmakers that the EU could back a delay if British lawmakers pass the British Prime Minister's withdrawal deal in a vote next week. Now, this despite the fact that it has already been rejected twice. Chancellor Merkel's comments were part of a policy speech to the German Parliament ahead of an EU summit that starts today in Brussels. She began by saying she favoured a delay if it meant an orderly Brexit that was able to resolve the issues surrounding the Irish border.
It is my firm conviction that we need to have a structured withdrawal of Britain from the EU. It's not just in the interest of Britain itself, which of course many there believe as well, but it's also very much in the interest of Germany and the interest of the 27 other member states of the EU. And I believe the key problem there has to do with the whole question of Ireland.
Straight to the German Bundestag then, where we join DW's chief political editor, Michaela Kuffner. Welcome, Michaela. Chancellor Merkel repeating her desire for an orderly Brexit. But are Merkel watchers like yourself seeing or hearing anything new?
Well, there was something new in the sense that there's this conditionality certainly on the table, echoing pretty much Donald Tusk, the head of the European Council, who said that, yes, there can be an extension, but only if Britain manages to approve that Brexit deal. And the final note that we heard there from that soundbite is, of course, focusing on that very issue of the Irish backstop, which basically is squaring the circle politically and practically with the UK wanting no border towards Ireland and between Ireland and Northern Ireland, at the same time doesn't want to stay in a tax union and not have free travel of people and goods. So how do you resolve that? And that is something that Britain has been unable to provide a real solution for this issue. That's why this whole issue of a backstop, of having a period where the old rules apply, it came into this. But as we nudge closer to the actual Brexit date, only 8 days away, it becomes clear that this is all British internal politics. And that's also the way that the German Chancellor is seeing it, once again asking for Theresa May and essentially her parliament to get their act together on this and really say what they actively propose to do rather than simply saying no.
And the Chancellor also spoke about a post-Brexit EU.
Yes, there was a clear turning point, I'd say, in this speech. About 1/3 was about Brexit. And then she said, as sad as she was that Britain plans to leave, Europe must think of its own future. This summit coming up in Brussels, after all, has the relations towards China on the table, who's seen both as a vital partner, but also a challenger, not just economically, but also in terms of political systems that are clearly competing here. A lot of geopolitics coming into that. And there was a whole host of issues where she wants to see progress, the EU looking ahead. And of course, this is already looking towards those EU elections coming up in May. So Brexit may dominate this summit, dominate the thinking of political leaders, but also the clear signal there, it can't all be about Brexit in the end.
Michaela Kuffner, our chief political editor, thank you so much. Meanwhile, back in the UK, the Prime Minister used a national TV address to give her fellow parliamentarians a good telling off. Barbara Vaisel in London can tell us some more. Welcome, Barbara. Did it work? Are MPs now more willing to do as they're told?
It made things worse. You really want to tear your hair out this morning in London here, because watching parliamentarians come out here on the morning programs of all the TV and radio stations in London and even appearing in front of Parliament, they are livid. They are so furious you can hardly express it anymore. This was a toxic address, they said. And one Labour parliamentarian, for instance, a lady called Lisa Nundy, she had yesterday explored possibilities for the opposition position to agree to Theresa May's deal under certain circumstances. Now she came out this morning and said, it's over, we will never vote for this deal. She insults us, she insults democracy. So Theresa May really made it worse. And we all remember a saying from Donald Rumsfeld, the former defense minister in the United States, who said in a situation, if you're in a hole, stop digging. Now, this is exactly what Theresa May did last night.
OK, so parliamentarians are tearing lumps out of each other. What does this mean for people?
Of course, business is also extremely angry about still not knowing where this journey is going. For people, it means that they really can't make decisions. They don't know whether their jobs are safe or what will happen after. I mean, we have to always think about it is just 1 week from now that a hard Brexit might still happen. And by worst hit from all are European citizens here in the European Union. More than 3 million live here. They just have to make vital decisions about their future without really knowing what next, what will happen to their status, because nothing has been agreed. We visited one of them at home. Karen Madar has just returned from a school run with her children. Just like she does every school day. She lives in Ilford in northeast London, but her routine is about to be totally overturned because of Brexit.
I had to make personal decisions in terms of whether to stay in my job and relocate or try and find another job in England.
Karen is from Estonia and works for the European Medicines Agency, just a few underground stops away in Canary Wharf. But at the beginning of March, the EMA relocated to Amsterdam because Britain is leaving the EU.
I really like my job. I enjoy working and do what I do. So I took the decision that I want to relocate with my employer because I've been working for them for quite some time already.
So it's a move to Amsterdam in the summer, but life will be complicated. Karen needs to keep a foot in the UK. After she broke up with her partner, their father insists the children visit him in London.
I never really paid any attention to securing my stay in UK as like British or anything like that. I was European living here. But as a result of Brexit, I had to start thinking about my future.
The Prime Minister has offered settled status to Europeans already living in Britain, but they have to apply for it and bureaucracy can make it difficult. Maaike Boom from the 3 Million Initiative, a lobby group fighting for EU citizens' rights, sees huge insecurity.
Well, people are in complete limbo and people are depressed, they're sad, they're upset, they're very angry, no one can make plans, people don't know whether their job will go, whether they can bring their old parents into this country, because if there's a cliff edge in a couple of weeks' time or whenever, then we just don't know what our legal status is.
Has she lost hope that things could still turn out all right?
Well, so we're still fighting and lobbying and producing things like this to keep EU citizens out of the rain. There'll be stormy weather ahead, so these are windproof and rainproof. And hopefully they'll keep 3.6 million people dry.
There's still no recipe for Brexit, but Karen has made her decision. As a single mother, she needs her income and security. And all the paperwork for UK status, citizenships or passports for the children must come later.
I'm really sad to leave England because obviously we built quite nice life here and we are very settled here. But yeah, the Brexit, it just doesn't leave you many choices. Are you going to go to Netherlands?
Yeah, I want to.
You want to? Yeah. Are you going to learn another language?
So like Karen, who we've just seen in your report, Barbara, Theresa May's future also looks uncertain.
Theresa May's future looks shakier than ever because the mood against her is really hardening on all sides of the political divide. I mean, Labour is extremely upset. They've been calling for new elections anyway, but still now they look at her and say she's really not fit for office. But in her own party, it's not only the hardliners that say she has to go, but it is also the moderates. Yesterday, one of her earlier personal friends. Dominic Reeve said he was so ashamed to be a member of the Conservative Party, and that really implies that even her closest allies or former allies are no turning away. The problem only is there is no unity candidate to come up and save the situation. So it's going to be Theresa May that is going to drag the country through the crisis till the very more or less bitter end, and then we don't know what will happen. The answer to many questions here is, and political commentators increasingly do that, what holds the future? We don't know.
Barbara Vaisel in London, thank you.